Welcome to my edition of the February Teach Us Something. I was not able to be in class to share my passion with you, so I'm sharing it with you now. My passion is photography. I like to say that I'm at the beginning of this passion, but I still call it a passion. I thoroughly enjoy taking pictures, and along the road I think I've taken some really good ones and some really interesting ones, and maybe to someone's eye they're not the best, but in my mind I really enjoy it and I look at them as good because I enjoy taking them. So I've enlisted the help of a cousin of mine who is a photographer herself, and this is kind of where it all began. So, where it all began. I first took a trip to Spain when I was in grade 12 in 2006, and there's going to be a picture coming up here that I took in downtown Madrid, and I just really enjoyed this picture, and I think part of it was there were so many beautiful things to see in Spain, and I think that sparked a little something in me, and from that point on I really enjoyed taking pictures. So what I've done to help teach you about my passion is, like I said, I've enlisted the help of a cousin of mine who's a photographer herself. I asked her for some tips and tricks to getting started and taking pictures. I'm going to share those tips and tricks with you as I go throughout this video, and then I'm going to share some pictures that I've taken myself. Where should you start? First thing you need to do is to get to yourself a good camera. She suggested that you research the type of camera that you want. Photography is ruled by the digital world, so what you need to do is you need to find a decent digital reflex camera, and then from that point on you need to think about what you want to spend. She suggested that you don't cheap out, but don't think that you need to break the bank and buy the most expensive unit on the market to take nice pictures. She suggested maybe a Canon, a Fuji, or a Nikon would be one of the most common choices. Taking care of your camera. Your next step is investing in a good quality camera bag. After spending the time and money on something as valuable as a camera equipment, it's essential to store it in something safe and reliable. Again, this will take some time and some research to find out what best fits your camera. Tricks of the trade. Number 1, be aware of shadows. Pay attention to any shadows you see on a model's face. Sometimes it's hard to pick up until you've actually taken the picture. Where you position someone is key. If you stand them under a tree on a bright sunny day, they'll be dark and in a shadow, or will have weird branch-like shadows all over their face, which is very unattractive. Next, surprisingly, overcast days are the best for shooting outdoors. This type of sky makes for even lighting and is usually less harsh on your model's eyes. And number 3, if you want to shoot indoors, you should know that fluorescent lights, even though they don't look it, actually give off a green color cast. It's hard to see until you've corrected it. For this, it's best to set your camera to a fluorescent white balance. What have I learned? Number 1, don't be afraid to try. Before I got into a passion of taking pictures, I would just take the general pictures of family, pictures of friends, those type of things. Not that those are bad, because I think that's a great way to start. But for me, as you can see through the pictures that I've shared, I'm more so into the scenery and places that I've been. Not to say I don't like taking pictures of family and friends. Number 2, go outside of your comfort zone. Take a picture of something you would never have thought you would have taken something of. Try something a little bit different. You'll be surprised to see what happens. I have a few pictures in here that I've shown you that I was surprised at the turnout. And number 3, I think the most important of all, is have fun with it. You never know what's going to happen when you kind of just go outside of what you've done before and just kind of let yourself go and have fun with it. So, if you decide to take on photography as something that you enjoy, or it's something that you've already kind of tried but weren't sure how to go about it, I hope maybe this has helped you a little bit. And remember, have fun with it. Thanks for listening.